back to the channel. My name is Jake. This channel is called Jake of All Trades, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison and contrast between two different versions of Weak Fantasy by Nightwish. One is from Wembley, and the other one is from Tampere. Hold on, I pulled up the pronunciation. Let me listen to it real quick. Tampere. Okay, excuse me. Trying to get these names right for once. So I've heard requests for both, so I am going to be doing both, and I like doing comparisons and contrasts, so that's kind of fun. Before we get into the comparison and contrast, I'm going to give a shout out to everyone who asked me to look this one up. And let's see, we have Chris O. I apologize if I mess up your name here. Diana Bennett, Gabriel Baratz, Jaska U2 with 3 votes, and Joe Benoit. I'm so sorry. I am not very good at names. If you've been watching any of my Nemophila reactions, or I screw this up a lot. I screw this type of thing up a lot. So I do apologize if I messed up your names, messed up the pronunciation of the city. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess up the pronunciation of the song itself, because otherwise I'm in big trouble as an English teacher. Anyway, so yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, Weak Fantasy, starting off with Wembley. Here we go.
A storytelling breed we are. These stories given to us are filled with suffering, slavery, and the selfhood of a condescending ape. Every child is worth a better tale.
Guy Haster on drums!
Really interesting intro. I like the different spotlights. Just going nuts. That's cool. This intro. Oh, sounds like they switched keys there. Those graphics in the background. Oh, he's got a double neck bass. What the heck?
To us all are filled with sacrifice and ropes of lust, dissonant choirs and downcast eyes.
Oh, her diction is so good.
Hold the crown of a heavenly spy, forged in blood of those who defy. Kiss the ring, praise and sing. Your love's your dwelling in fear and sin. Fear's a choice you embrace. You're only true.
Oh yes, I love this.
Tribal poetry, witchcraft filling your lustful fantasy.
He's still playing on the mandolin as he's like doing this really heavy thing. I think that's mandolin anyway.
Every child running out of better tales.
Nice harmony.
From all account of fantasy, filled with suffering and slavery. You live only for the days to come. Shuffling trash of the upper caste, smiling love at a rotted head, sunken gravities of the scared. A storytelling breed.
like they're doing like a tritone or diminished chord progression there. So that bass is also it's a bass and guitar, okay. Okay, I see why I needed that now. Such an interesting, really unique sound. Oh, there we go. I thought that was the end for a second. Land fire.
Thank you.
Oh, that was so much fun. Okay, Weak Fantasy Tampere. Here we go.
A storytelling breed we are. These stories given to us are filled with suffering, slavery, and the selfhood of a condescending...
Much lighter this time.
Every child is worth a better tale.
Ah. That drumming is just so good. I wish I could see the graphics in the background a little bit more clearly.
Stories given to us all.
Ooh, got the lyrics this time.
Filled with sacrifice and ropes of lust, dissonant choirs and downcast eyes, selfhood of a condescending ape. Behold the crown of a heavenly spire, forged in blood of those who defy. Kiss the ring, praise and sing. He loves you
Get these headphones on.
Witchcraft in your body, lost from fantasy. Democracy. Every child worthy of a better tale. Pure author from a cracked fantasy, filled with suffering and slavery. You live only for the days to come. Sharpen trash of the upper caste, smiling mouth and a rotten head. Sucking dry the teat of the scared. The storytelling breed we are.
Floor's coming across a lot more animated in this one.
Fear is a choice you embrace. Your lonely child. Tribal poetry. Witchcraft filling your body. Lost for fantasy. Democracy. Every child worthy of a better tale.
This part never ceases to make me smile. Both in the previous time I heard it and then this one too. It's just so unique. I like that unison there.
The strength of our love, mother's milk, laced with poison for this newborn.
Oh, that's messed up.
Wake up, child, I have a story to tell. Once upon a time, your only child.
She very seamlessly went from operatic to like, you know, a belt. I don't know if that's belt exactly.
Witchcraft filling your mind, lost for fantasy. Democracy. Every child worthy of a better tale. A better tale.
Just those mandolin fills are cool too. Gosh, that song is so good. All right, I really liked that. That was so much fun. That driving, heavy, fast-paced nature of the song, like not overly thrashy or anything, just like, you know, really just driving. Oh gosh, that felt so good. I don't have a lot to really. I didn't really notice that much of a difference between the two performances, which goes to show like their consistency and you know how much they've really mastered that going to stage. And but I guess the only things I can really note in terms of differences between the two versions, the two performances, you know, the Tampere, I probably messed that up again. That performance, obviously, there was still a bit of daylight, whereas the Wembley one was completely dark. And the pros to it being darker with the Wembley one was that I like that cool effect at the beginning where they, you know, showed this the spotlight on each of the people that were like playing their instrument during the intro. So it's just like, okay, the drumming part, we're just going to show the drummer, and then we're going to show the keyboardist and the bassist. And whereas you can't really do that when there's still daylight, you can see all of them anyway. So the lights would be better in the dark. But on the other hand, one thing I noticed when Floor was singing, she seemed a lot more animated in the Tampere version, because and maybe it had to do with the daylight, or maybe she just just happened to be more focused on her diction and her the theatricalness, if that's even a real word, of her performance. And that was something I really enjoyed about both, is that like the diction that she had for that was just so over the top that it created such a cool storytelling vibe, which it seems to be like kind of like the one of the basis for the song. And but it just seemed more pronounced in the Tampere version, and also too, because I could see her face a little bit better. Like I could see her facial expressions, and there was just a moment where she kind of like did like real wide-eyed, face got real tall, and it kind of made me giggle a little bit. But but that really lent itself well to the way she communicated, like what she was trying to communicate as she was singing. And I've noted her contrast before, like the way that she's able to switch up styles, like going operatic, and I called it a belt earlier. I'm not sure if that was an actual belt, but I didn't want to say normal because she's anything but normal. She's like spectacular, so I didn't want to use the word normal, but I can't really think of a better term at the moment, so I called it a belt, and that might have not been accurate. But anyway, but she's switched between the tone and the styles so much more frequently in this one. Like I think I don't know if it was the first or second verse, I don't remember. She like went from being like this kind of witch figure to like this innocent little girl in no time flat. Just kind of having this aggressive sort of voice, and then singing this little, like in a kind of cutesy little voice. So I thought that was really neat how she just switched like that. And that obviously wasn't the only switch. She was going between like aggressive to like really cutesy to normal to just a whole range of different tones in just a short period of time, which is really impressive. That's really all I have in terms of like differences, because again, like I said, the nice thing about not having a lot of differences is it shows like really good consistency. So just kind of talking about the song overall then, I really liked please don't go too harsh on me if I mess up the name of the instrument, but I think that was a mandolin that the guy was playing. I'm just gonna call it a mandolin, and please correct me nicely in the comments if I did indeed make a mistake, because sometimes instruments might look the same but they might be a bit different and called something different. So I'm gonna call it a mandolin for the time being. Anyway, so the guy playing the mandolin, I always like it when bands will throw in something more folk-ish into into a modern rock or metal song, because it creates such a different personality to it. And whether it's like Bloody Wood with Indian like influence, or Bandmade or Band Maiko, I should say, throwing in some like traditional Japanese influence into Secret Maiko lips, or Nightwish here throwing in some kind of folk sounding music. It just creates such a cool vibe. I don't know, I can't really put it into words, but there's like something special about taking something that's traditional and something that's modern, and just blending them together. It's so cool. It's so cool, because oftentimes, I guess in the world, you have like this war between old and new all the time, like the older generation, the younger generation, the old way of doing things, the new way of doing things, and it's just, there's something wholesome about bringing two different worlds like that together. And even if that's not the explicit intent of that in the song, it still kind of reminds me of that idea of just creating some kind of harmony between things that can be so different. So very, very, very cool that they could put that in there and make it work the way they did. Also, I really like that that double neck guitar and bass. Actually, it's the other way around.
Strike that. Reverse it.
Bass, guitar, bass, and I was wondering why he did that, because I normally just see him playing just the bass guitar, but obviously during that kind of mandolin folk oriented section, he went up on the guitar and played some little ditty over there. So that was cool. So if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. Leave a vote in the comment section letting me know which Nightwish song, excuse me, you would like to see me do next. Review, compare, contrast, react to, whatever the situation happens to be. And you know what? If you leave one comment, you get one vote. But the more comments you leave, the more votes you get. And so if you really want a particular song, feel free to vote on it multiple times to guarantee that I will get to it sooner rather than later. So also, if you have any suggestions for guitar covers or vocal covers you'd like to see me do, or other reactions to other bands you'd like to see me do, drop that in the comment section as well, and I'll give you a shout out whenever I do any of those videos. Thank you to BM for Life for supporting me on Patreon. And one last little bit, let me know, so a commenter let me know before that they thought that I should take the computer off the screen, and people have been suggesting different decorations. Now I know what I put up here is not super great in terms of decorations, but I'm working with what I got. But if you have any suggestions for the different setup here, or any ways I can kind of spruce up the environment, leave those in the comment section below. I take those seriously. I'd like to apply good constructive criticism. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Rock on.